Witness, we're hearing this report now from Fox News Channel. A witness says the car was driving the wrong way before it hit pedestrians in Times Square. Again, Fox News now covering this story. Car jumps curbs, hits pedestrians in Times Square. Again, this is a developing story. A speeding car jumped a curb and injured several people in New York. Again, several buildings in the area apparently on lockdown as police swarm the busy intersection, which is heavily populated with tourists. We're working to get you guys more information. We're now hearing that according to a witness, the driver was going the wrong direction in that vehicle before slamming into those pedestrians on the sidewalk. Obviously, many of you are probably wondering, where is the driver? We have not gotten any word or any update regarding the driver, his or her whereabouts at this point. It is unclear, again, whether this was an accident that may have been caused because of health reasons, or if it was something that was a planned attack, or if the driver was under the influence of alcohol, perhaps. Again, we don't have any information about the driver as of right now. We do know that according to the New York Fire Department, 13 people injured in this unfortunate incident in Times Square. Again, this is 45th Street near 7th Ave, Broadway, right where those streets intersect. All right, everyone, and we're now getting a Fox News alert that just came out in the last minute. Fox News alert, one person in custody following the crash. This is a Fox News alert. We now know that one person is in custody following the crash. Again, looks like we lost that feed from New York. I want to go ahead and show you guys some of the images that have come in. Here is one close image, courtesy of the New York Daily News. You can see how damaged that vehicle is there. It jumped the curb, crashed into many people, apparently 13 people injured. We're now hearing that one person is in custody. That is a Fox News alert. Here is another live look at Times Square. You can see many people gathered there at the scene, police tape there, the ambulance and the fire truck there tending to the scene. All right, we do have a view from the ground as well. I want to go ahead and give you guys this look as well. All right, again, we are learning that the authorities do have one person in custody. 13 people have been injured, according to the fire department. I am now seeing reports. There are some reports out there that one person was killed. I am waiting for Fox News to confirm that information. However, so as of right now, all we can tell you is 13 people injured in this incident. We are hearing reports that one person may have died. We will confirm that with you as soon as we get official word from Fox News Channel. Again, you're looking at a live look from the scene there in New York City, there in Times Square. I want to go ahead and give you guys another look. We have multiple cameras there at the scene now. Let's go ahead and cut to another camera.
Kelly Graves.
Kelly, can you describe for me what you saw a short time ago?
We were actually just in that area and we crossed the street and we were halfway down the block and we heard a big crash. We turned around, we saw people running from the scene. We went running back and we saw people laying on the sidewalk on the other block. with crowds of people around him trying to help him. We also saw in front of the car there was like a gray line ticket person that was down on the ground.
Tour bus ticket.
A tour bus ticket guy, and there were cops all around him. He was injured. We were standing right on that corner. The car started on fire, and then we got many pictures, and we were shooed away. That was pretty much all.
Did you see anyone led away? Did you see someone who may have been the driver?
We did not, because at that time our backs were when the crash was. I don't know. We heard that maybe he ran away. We heard different stories, but we did not see anybody getting out of the vehicle.
Tell me the extent of the injuries that you saw. How serious was this, Kelly?
We didn't see the exact injuries because there were so many people around the injured people that it was hard to see, but you could see clumps of people down the sidewalk with people all around him trying to help them. So, but I mean, you didn't really see anybody except I saw the gray line ticket person laying on the ground. He had his back to us. We couldn't see how injured he was. He wasn't moving very much. So other than that, we really don't know the extent of the injuries or how many people were injured. It was just total chaos after it happened.
And before it happened, to what extent, if any, did you actually see this vehicle moving?
We didn't, no, because we were just in the area and we were actually heading back. And so we did not see the actual accident happen.
It was a huge, you said the car was on fire at the time?
Yeah,
was there an explosion? Tell me what you heard as well.
After it hit, we saw people running away. And like I said, we turned around and we went back to the corner where the fire trucks were. The car was smoking quite a bit, and then all of a sudden there were flames shooting out of the hood. The police made us all get back a block, and you could actually see flames shooting out of the front of the car.
How many people did you see injured? The reports now are 13. Is that consistent with what you saw?
I didn't see how many people. Like I said, you saw people laying on the sidewalks with people trying to help them. You could not get an accurate count on how many people were injured. And so I don't know. But like I said, there was just crowds of people on the block beforehand with trying to help people laying on the sidewalk.
Kelly, thank you very much for speaking with us.
Okay.
We're glad that you're all right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, as many as 13 people, others were injured. We have another eyewitness here. Let's see if we can get into position here, what he has to say.
Funnel type area, so it would be hard to tell if there were other persons there as well.
Hi, sir. We're live on Fox News Channel right now. I'm told that you saw this incident as it happened?
After it had happened, sir. Yes, sir.
Describe for me what you saw.
My wife and I were taking pictures for our anniversary picture to post on Facebook. We had turned our backs and started to walk away. We had gotten about half a block away when we had heard the crash. As we turned around, pedestrians were running from the crash site, running in this direction is what we could see. As we walked closer to the automobile, we had taken some pictures. You can obviously see before the fire started on the automobile, you could see 4 groups of people lying on the sidewalk where other pedestrians were trying to offer assistance to them. To the right, in front of the crashed automobile where the firemen are standing now, was a gray line salesperson.
The tour bus salesman in New York.
Bus salesman, I'm sorry, yes. Kneeling on the ground next to what appeared to be a victim and 2 law enforcement officers rendering assistance. They seemed to be alone. Then shortly after that, the automobile started to smoke. That's when the law enforcement officers were trying to clear the area. Before we got more than half a block away, the automobile caught on fire. The fire department was already on scene, and as it started to catch on fire, and like everyone else, we took pictures of everything. And the fire department put out the smoke, and about 13 minutes after that, the news crew started to show up.
Did you see anyone that might have been a driver of the vehicle, sir?
No, we wouldn't be able to tell who was driving or who was not
Did you
driving.
see anyone arrested, taken away by authorities?
We only saw one person arrested, but my best guess is it would be someone like a bike messenger. Law enforcement officer had a bicycle. There were several persons trying to get through the area, and the law enforcement officers were trying to keep people out. So I'm sure that the person that was arrested was obstructing whatever the officers were doing, had nothing to do with the accident itself.
Did you hear the actual collision?
Yes.
So based on you didn't actually see it, but you heard it.
Yes, sir.
Can you give us a sense, as best you can, how fast might this vehicle have been going based on the noise that you heard?
I would have to imagine that the vehicle was easily traveling more than 30 miles an hour. You know what the traffic's like here. It's quite congested. To hit people and to be catapulted up on there, it would have to have easily been exceeding the speed limit here, but the speed would only be a guess, sir, but easily would have had to have been speeding for this type of an area. And to be put up on there, we're still kind of baffled on how it could have gotten up so high on the pole itself, unless it hit another vehicle. But
and he was going at a very high rate of speed, and also, according to reports, in the wrong direction, northerly on Broadway, which is a southerly road.
Which direction is this, sir?
That's north.
That's north. So the automobile was traveling north.
Which is against the flow of traffic, which is a very hard thing to do by accident here in New York City.
As crowded as it is, yes, sir.
And can you tell me a little bit about the condition of the people you saw who were struck, how serious the injuries appeared? Do you have any sense of that?
No, sir. I couldn't tell you if they were men or women. I couldn't tell you male or female. I couldn't tell you much about it. The few groups of people that were around them rendering assistance, you could only tell that they were people lying on the sidewalk and people were there trying to do whatever they could. That's about the best I can tell you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate your account. That's a second eyewitness account. Again, very consistent with what we have been hearing now. Let me get back in position here so you can get a sense of where this happened over my shoulder. This vehicle, with almost certainty now, based on the witnesses we've talked to, was heading in the wrong direction against the flow of traffic, heading north on Broadway. It then rammed into as many as 13 people near a pedestrian mall, an area that is set aside just for pedestrians. And one thing I want you to take a look at, and you can see that barriers have been set up here. See these stakes, these steel stakes? These are designed to keep vehicles away from the pedestrian areas. And somehow this vehicle apparently tried to make its way into this pedestrian zone. And as I look at the vehicle now, if we can zoom into it, I'm getting, again, a better sense of what may have happened here and why the car is in the position that we see it. I believe the car is now being propped up on one side because it's resting on one of those steel stakes that are designed to keep it away from pedestrians, to keep people safe. Unfortunately, it was not entirely successful today. Back to you. Can you get me anyone else to talk to? Try.
All right, everyone, Samia here. I do want to give you a quick update. Fox 5 New York is reporting that one person was killed, according to their sources in the fire department. Again, we are hearing one person dead. We're now getting reports from the New York Fire Department as well that it was one person dead and 12 now hurt. One person dead, 12 hurt. They just tweeted this 5 minutes ago. I'm going to go ahead and pull up their Twitter for you. We are getting an official update now. One person dead, 12 injured at Times Square motor vehicle incident. So we are going to update our lower third for you now. New York Fire Department confirming one death, 12 people injured in Times Square. Again, we are getting multiple updates from the scene. I do want to include some more information that we're just getting in right now. Let me go ahead and get you guys back to the scene.